Hello, good afternoon. Let's see. Continuing on with Drag and Drop today. It's gonna be fun. All right. Where did we leave off? We left off with the build. Okay, so we now know what we're dropping on top of, and we know what we're dropping um around or something. So I guess the next thing would be I need to I need to tell if it's which half of it's on. I believe that's where we left off. So here this is localhost. Yeah, this is localhost. Okay, so in what was it? It was courses, setting up the articles for a course. Oh, right. And I need to add my user information to the local database for this. I can do that. I think I could do that. Okay, so I want to insert. Oh, I think it's just users. Yeah, insert users. So I need 0 ID, the email. Oh, can I just roll? Oh, this will create a role. I want that. Which means I need to know what the role is. Okay, so it's gonna be role 2. So role ID 2. And then this one is just tell me. Okay, then you're just gonna give back the ID that it creates. Okay. Sure. Claim that you're yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not doing anything with that right now. Oh, and then this part. Okay, I think this is it. So copy you into here. Run you, and oh, apparently I need the picture. There it is. Okay, picture is that. Okay, you're in, which means I get to delete you now. Okay. Let's check that. There we go. You're all happy. Theoretically, now if I log into here, yeah, now I don't get that error anymore. Cool. All right, so what have we got? If I start dragging it, I can drag it, and I want to know. So I have drag drop, so I know which one I dropped over. That's great. I need to know if I dropped above or below. So like I need the top half or the bottom half of it. Top half or the bottom half. Now, can I get the size, the height of this? So I have my target. So I have layer X, layer Y. I have these offsets, but they're 0. $641, $205. Is that? I don't actually have that as my width, right? Oh, these are 456 by 40, so it oh, but okay. What is the height of this? Okay, so we need to figure that out. So on drop, I need to get the target. Okay, so we get the data. I don't care about that. I want the target. Okay, so I get the target there, and then I want to get the real target. But this is, what are you? Oh, it just works. It just does the thing. Or it crashes. That's fun. Okay, so then we have the target now. I want to get the height of it. What are my choices? Scroll height, set scroll height, offset height. That doesn't seem to be helpful. It's been a while since I've grabbed the height of any of these anything. Let me see. Okay, so I want the button. And then I can use in console. Temp 2. Okay, so temp 2 dot. What can I get? Okay, so client height, is 40. Client height is 40. And client width, 454. And if I remember correctly, that is... It seems wrong. It's not 40 tall. Oh no, it is 40 tall. 454. Huh. It's not like exactly here. Is there... That must be like minus the margin or something? I wonder if there's some like weird math going on with that. It is JavaScript, so weird math is like par for the course. Okay, so there's client width, client height. What about other width? There's offsets. That's 41. Okay, I want to look this up. The element client width property is 0 for inline elements and elements with no CSS. Otherwise, it's the inner width of an element in pixels. It includes padding, but excludes borders, margins, and vertical scroll bars. Weird stuff happens if you do it with HTML or body. It's 0 for inline elements and elements with no CSS. Interesting, okay. This property will round the value to an integer. Oh, but I could do get bounding rect, client rect. Oh, interesting. Everything supports it, so this works. Okay, so I want the client width and the client height. I think. I also want, oh, I need to know where I dropped it. So maybe before I look at that, I need to know the event. Do I have anything on there? I get screen X and screen Y, client X, client. Ooh, client X, client Y. Then just X and Y. Cool. That's not necessarily helpful. Oh, I also have top and left. Okay, but let's try width. Okay, so 598. So that was drop X and drop Y. So 598, 206. And then the client was 454.40. So I don't think that helps. But maybe top and left help too. The better Owen, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, let's put on labels on these. This is not easy. Okay, so we're gonna do. Okay, so we have drop X, drop X. You're doing good? Excellent. I'm doing pretty good. Having fun sort of like looking through, for my day job, looking through SOC 2 stuff and like what a company needs to do to get SOC 2 certification, which I only think is in America, or specifically United States. And it's very interesting. Okay. Okay, so now I should have proper labels on all of these so I can actually see what's going on. Oh, fun, you just have to go through the whole ISO 27001 and ISO 9001 side of things. 9001 is the accessibility one, right? I forget what's 27001. I don't remember the numbers very well. I forget them constantly. What? Oh, we have an error. I have an error. That's how did I get a minus? What are you doing? That's not right. Whoa. Okay. Wow. How did I make this change? So client type. Yeah. Okay. What are you upset about? I forgot the bang again. Cool. $9,001 is more quality management. 27001 is pretty similar to SOC 2. Oh, okay. Yeah. The SOC 2 stuff, there's so much to go in it. And it's a startup that I'm at, so there's so much we don't have. I'm gonna be giving the fun news to the bosses in a day or two, telling them like, okay, well this is how much we need to do. This is a lot of work you need to do too. Have fun with your side. It's just as important as our side. Okay, I dropped at 603 and 208. And so to make sure this works sense, I dropped at 84,169. Okay, so that kind of then makes sense, right? So I dropped on the left-hand side. So that feels like it's the right X and Y. I am super zoomed in, so that's why I'm getting very like small numbers across. My target X and Y is weird. 1 and 1? I don't know what that... okay. That doesn't seem helpful. Target, and then I have the target width and height. So... that X and Y doesn't seem right. So this can't be client top, client left, which means there must be something else. I think there is an X and a Y though. I should see what client X is, just to double check. This one. Yeah, so client width is the actual width and height of the element, but the inner element. So oh, you don't have like client X? Oh, so regardless of scroll. Okay, so hopefully I don't have scroll. But if I get the other one that's the equivalent of that, that should be fine. But this is only for mouse events. Which does make sense. It's that kind of event. So on an element, I need to know elements. Okay, so these are like the sizes, right? I don't think that's what I want. With related pages, that doesn't seem right. Okay, I don't think that's right. I think there's like a I don't think there's a position. I should be able to inside of here. So if I like let's select the button again. I think I can get access to that with like what? Temp 0? No. Oh, that does work. Okay. Temp 0 dot. Okay, so let's try the Rex. What do I get from this? Oh wait, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, so then I want the first one. Oh, and now I have X. 554 and 156. Oh, inside of here I get the height. Ooh, okay. So this might give me the information I need. So get client Rex. Okay, so I want uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't see I get client wrecked here. There's just so much. Okay, maybe there's a get. How is this? Oh, it's just sent me to there, and now it's just, oh. Where's the get in these ones? Okay, so Tea Kettle Drone, hello, how are you doing today? Get client Rex. So that's actually something off of the DOM node. Was it JS cast or is it it's like JS cast? Doing well, heading to bed, unfortunately, but how are you? Well, I mean, I hope that you have a good sleep tonight. I'm doing pretty good. Trying to figure out this this drag and drop. I feel like we're really close. I forget. Okay, so what is the name of the library we're using? The one that gives us this. It is WebSys, not JS. This one. Okay, so I want get client. Okay, so these exist. So we have caret position, element. I probably want this on element. This API requires the following create features to be activated: DOM, rect list, and element, which I bet I don't have. So WebSys. I also don't have the draggable, which, how is that working? but okay. So we have element, right? I have element. I need this one. Oh, but then, okay. So does that now give me access to... Do I want to switch this out to just an element? Just make this an element. Why are you set hidden? That doesn't even make any sense. Okay, so I don't actually care about target X, target Y. I just want this. There is a method with symbol get client Rex. Ooh, okay. So I have Rex. So then, what do you return? You're not helping me at all. Cool. Just want the first one. Cannot index into a value of type DOM-rect list. Oh no, you're not an array. You're a weird thing. But you're not telling me what you are. Is there like a first? There it goes. Okay. Target rect. It's an object with a key of 0. Which I suppose I knew. That's what it was before. So then I want to get the first one, right? So nothing. You're not giving me any help. Oh no. Okay, get client recs. Can I see what the says DOM-rect list? So it gives me that. I get the length item. And then get this key. Oh, okay, so I can do get 0. Get 0. So something like that. No method name get found for that. This API requires the following crate features to be activated. DOM rect. Oh, no wonder I'm not getting any help. I need DOM rect now. And then the DOM rect list, which do we have? Feels taking longer and longer to compile this. Okay, so DOM rect. I now have access to the X. Okay, so drop X. So I dropped it up on this one on 615 and 204. So the X starts at 544, 542. Well, so I know it's within this one. So really all I care about is the height, right? So if I take height of 40, divide that in half, so that would be 20.4. And then I take 20.4 and I subtract from the Y. The Y is 197. Hold on, if I drop at the bottom, 231, whereas before it was, oh my gosh, I really just need to stop. I need to turn off the drag overs. Okay, much better. So 595 and 205, then if we go to the bottom, 232. Okay, so it is going a bigger number down below, but its Y is 197 here for this one. And if I drag onto this guy, it's 238. But my drop is 248. That doesn't make any sense. I must be wrong with my drop. My drop must be wrong. Oh, wait. Is it, I want to point at it, but you can't see that. Is it, so if I drop that thing in there, 260, no, that doesn't make any sense. I was looking at like the top left of it, maybe, of like the object, not where the mouse is. The thing by drop X and Y is wrong now. Okay, so this is client X and client Y. I think that's incorrect. I think we can get a better thing. So I can just get X for the field. Is there like a mouse? So I want to look at drag event. No, a drop event. Hey, Stacking. You just got home from being gone for a week and a half, so you don't really have much context, but you feel like I'm way overthinking it. I mean, without actually knowing anything I'm doing, that's a fairly good assumption. So like it's probably you're probably right, even if you don't know. You just like just guess that. All right, so here's what I'm trying to do. We've got drag and drop turned on for our list of articles. So I want to set it up so that I can drag an article basically over here into assigned and then add it to above it or below an existing article over there. So I want to find out if I'm dropping it on the upper half of this element or the lower half of the element. If I drop it on the upper half of this element here, like if I drop it on the upper half of this element over here, the drop y is 162 and the y is 156. If I drop below, at the lower part, it's 189, 156. Both of them are above the element. So I can't just say like, hey, if drop y is bigger, it's above, and is smaller, go below. I guess I'm confused about what's going on with this. So I think this drop x and drop y is incorrect. I think that these numbers are not they're not based upon the same relativity as these numbers, and I need them to be based upon the same thing. Otherwise, it's hard to do math when the contexts aren't the same. I kind of feel like it's something like ignoring, like, the pane, or it's like a screen thing, or it's like a relative thing, which is not really all that helpful. So what I'm trying to find is the drop event so on drop, what do I get? Maybe you need to break this into a smaller problem, but all the examples say you just need to swap the two elements by ID. But I don't want to swap them. I want to add it to an array either before its position or after its position. And I can replace it, absolutely. That's something I do. But I don't want to replace it. I want to prepend or append it. And I think that's where it's different. Okay, so on drop, I prevent the default. If it's in the drop zone, it just removes the thing. And then it just appends. So I mean, I can't put it back there. It's like it's there forever now. I could cheat and I could put a drop zone whenever I start dragging. I can put a drop zone between each element, and then I could know where to drop it based upon that. Feels like more of solving a problem solving a problem for... I'm solving using technology instead of design. But it makes it really obvious where you're dropping something. So, like, for example, let me see if I could do this decently quickly. When I start dropping, I want to reorder all of... Okay, so I want to... add in another area underneath as a target. So I'm returning just a button. I could return a fragment. Okay, that's better. So then down here, I want to put an empty div. You're only going to show up. Maybe cheat and just have one long list instead of having two. Potentially. What I'm actually thinking about doing is cheating and then creating targets like this between each element when I start dragging. So if we say, oh, this is gonna be great. Let's say that we have a dragging. And we're currently false. On drag start, we like add in all the data and everything else, and that's gonna be cool, but we're also gonna then say, we're also going to move in as dragging. Let's see. Oh, you found an example. Let's take a look at that. This is what I want. This is exactly what I want. I want to put it between them. So I want to know where that is, and then I can move it. So how do you do that? So we have our draggable true, and then nothing else is going on in there. That's fine. So we have handle drag start. Okay, all the normal stuff. Handle drag over. Oh, I see. Now, Oh, so I can't, the only negative for this, I can't put the item after the E, but if it's over something, it's going to put it above it. But then if I want to put something below it, I just do that. This could work. Okay, this could work. So I want to, for the button, we want to add in a class to give it a border. If we're hovering over it, we want to just add the class like where it's going to go. So we're going to start with that. So we're going to undo all this stuff. Okay, that should be fine. So, okay, so we have our button. So we're going to add into the class if we are dragging over it. So if I'm, so we have on drag, excuse me, I have an alarm going off. Okay, so we have the class over. So on start, on drag enter. When I enter into a field, I want to get the target that I'm over, I believe. No, I don't think I care about enter, or I think I'm ignoring that. When I'm over something, I add a class to it. So I want to do something like let target equals int dot I wonder if I should actually do the checked into instead of unchecked into for this one. But okay, so I do that, unchecked into, and then I want to, okay, so I have a button now, or it's crashed. That's gonna be cool. Then I want to add a class to it to add in the like inserting above. Set class name. Okay, so I need to get the class name and then I can add something onto it. Okay, so oh, it's gonna be string. This sucks. Okay. I feel like the HTML5 spec could have made this 1,000 times easier. Yeah, they could have. They could have. All right, what do so your class class list. Maybe there's a class list. Let me guess. Class list is behind a feature flag. That's my guess. What do you think? Class list needs DOM token list. Which I do not have. Okay, so target class list let's say I do like something drop above. Okay, so not on a button, but maybe on an element. No? Not on an element. Oh, it's a function class list. Expected reference array. Found a static stir. Okay, so you need to be an array. Found an array, it needs to be a reference to an array. Okay. You got home from work trip 2 days early, so you're gonna go surprise Mrs. Stacking by picking her up from the work. Nice. Well, go have fun. Have fun surprising your wife with some fun early pickup. That's always super nice when family comes home early. All right. Expected a reference array. Found a reference array. Oh, because it's because you need to be a JS array. Can I do like an into? Is that a thing? Can I vec this? Is there a from basically implemented on this? No. How about an into on this? Nope. Okay, so we need to create an array. Okay, so you give me a DOM token list, then I want to so there's set value, but I want to I want to add. Oh, add one. I want to call add one. Of course I just want to add one. Okay, so we're going to call this drop target, but that's a result. Okay, so okay, so if I do that, then I want to remove drop target. So on drag leave, I want to do the exact same thing. So I want to get the target. Event, okay. I guess you're just upset because I need to save you before you figure it out. Okay, so I get the target now. So if let error. Now, do you have a remove? You do. Remove one. Token string. Removes it by the string. Okay, that's exactly what I want. So remove one. Remove by that. Okay, and then the final thing is just setting what drop target is, which we can do with our main Sass. What do I call it? Drop underscore target. Let's go to the end. So I want, I guess I'll just do for anything that has drop target. I want, let's do the thing where you have it above, right? So I want the, what is it called? Border border right, border above. So we're gonna say border top. Let's do something like that. Actually, let's do 2 pixels. Then you should be able to see it too. Okay. So if I Ooh, look at that. I only see it in that top one. I don't see it the other ones. I wonder if they're too close together. I wonder if I need to add a little bit of separation. To see that. Also, I mean, that works there, but it doesn't work for the other ones. Interesting. Okay. That also didn't... Okay, it does disappear when I go down below. It just doesn't disappear when I, like, drop it. All right, hold on. Phone call. Which I am ignoring. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so it does disappear when I move out from it. That's good. When I move down, I think it's supposed to have something in there, but I'm guessing that I can't actually see the buttons. So if I go to button and I give a padding of like 1 pixel. No, a margin of 1 pixel. Oh, wait, no. I want of all buttons. Mouse focus inner, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. So something on focus, first child. List group item. Okay, so if I make you right now, okay, you're using this list group item padding Y. Where is this from? This is... Oh, no, BB Bootstrap. Oh, it's from Bootstrap. So I need to overwrite this, which I think that I can do in here. I think these are overwrites. So I want to do BB, no, BS list group item padding Y. That didn't seem to update you at all. Apple just sent out invites to devs accounts for an event next week. Do you think it's M3 time already? That seems pretty early for M3. Tea Kettle, hello. How extensible is Helix? Not very extensible right now. They don't have a modding system set up yet. It is coming, but it's not there yet. But they are working on it. It is definitely something they're aware that they need, although it might be a sort of like a reluctant thing. Not clue what else they would invite us to. When's the headset? When's the VR AR thing coming out? Is there like early access for that next week then? Maybe that's it. Because they've been pushing AR, VR pretty heavily. And Quest 3 just came out. So they might be feeling pressure to like get that out there to compete. Okay, so I can't see that. I do see drop target being added to each button, so that's good. But I don't think that padding is the right thing then. The strange part is it's a 5 p.m. Pacific time start. Interesting. I don't pay the $99 every year, so I don't get those emails. So you have to let us know what's in it. Do you use any suckless software? What's suckless software? I feel like I've heard that before, but I don't know what that is. Maybe I do. Okay, so this is BS, this group padding item. Oh, can I see also what that was trying to set it to? BS list group atom padding Y, which doesn't do anything. And if I set you to like 5 pixels, oh, I don't think I want that. I think I want a margin. Oh, because the padding's inside of it, of course. I want a margin top. Bootstrap does have a margin top here. But I don't see any variables for that. So we can just override it in here. All right, so first of all, this is useless. That's not helping. Also, I want to search for buttons. Okay, buttons. Let's update our buttons to have just a So all buttons have a margin top of 0.5 rep. This is definitely a Mac event. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they're doing. They wrote open source window manager and dynamic menu. Their philosophy is on their page. Ingenious ideas are simple. Ingenious software is simple. Simplicity is the heart of the Unix philosophy. The more code lines you have removed, the more progress you have made. As the number of lines, okay. I've never used it. And then there's this Apple event. It's just for devs, right? Like who have signed up for dev stuff. Also, I don't feel like I have a margin here now. That I don't think this worked. Oh, is that the thing you were talking about? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. That's a nice animation. I like that a lot. Oh, you want to say it'd be cool if they took an open source extensibility philosophy like Suckless. Ah, I see. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I don't know how many people actually like try that. It would obviously be nice. I feel like that didn't work. Okay, margin. Sorry about that. Esitsu, hello, good afternoon. An event for the official Apple branded pumpkins with the Finder face. That'd be funny. How goes the drag and drop? So it's pretty good. So I have drag and drop working, and then it's a little bit hard to see. Let's change that to a better color. Blue is too dark. What's a good color? We have green. We have, is aqua blue a color that I can use? Or like aqua? Like something light and blue. So more like bright. Maybe like light blue? Can I do light blue? Is that a color? We're gonna find out. And so when I start dragging over something, it's not bright with dark mode, dark reader on. But you might be able to see it. Barely. But right above this up here, you can see a little, like a border on the top that's showing like, okay, I'm gonna drop it up there. I don't have the logic for actually doing the drop up there, but that's where it's gonna be. Now, it's supposed to be doing that above this item right here, but that's not really working. That's where I need to figure out. Maybe an outline. Okay. There's so many alarms on this thing. Let me find out if there's any more. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, hold on. Okay, gave away the phone. All right. I didn't see the margin get set here for button. Are you actually up? Oh, why are you body again? Well, I still don't see the margin being set for this. Because you're not a button. You're a list group item with type button. Oh, okay. So what if I try this? Instead of what if I just say, hey, all buttons now have a margin top? That is one way to do it. I don't know if I like that, but I think what I want to do is do this as an override for buttons inside of this a list group. So what I probably want to do is something like, if I add in like button in here, what happens? Not really much that I see. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm gonna do okay, update you. We're gonna make you be an actual button again. Because apparently I didn't have a button with these are buttons. I don't want it to be that big. So for buttons, I want margin top to be probably just a couple pixels. Like maybe, let's just do like 3 pixel. No, maybe like even just 2 pixels. Just the size of what that margin is going to be. Okay, so if I do that, okay, a tiny bit of room between each one. Now if I grab, I feel like it's trying to put them in there, but it's only putting them in the top one. That's not. Oh, if I put it like in between there, it puts it over. Oh, the top thing. Yeah. Well, that's not okay. That's not helpful. So we see that it shows up here. Is there anything turning off the border? Border style, none. Okay, so this one, we're looking at the second one, right? Border top width, 0. Border style, none. Oh, interesting. So there's a border style none. Wait, what can you be? Can I just remove you? That didn't do anything. Oh, it adds this thing here. There's also this border style coming from Bootstrap. That's not doing it. That's not doing it. Wait. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn off Dark Reader just in case Dark Reader is causing our weird issues. So avert your eyes. No, okay, so it's not Dark Reader causing it. We're back to dark again. Button. How did light mode ever become default? Because it was the first one that existed before there was CSS. There was only light mode. Like if you wanted dark mode, you basically got a terminal that was just dark, and that was it. You got a green terminal, you had a blue terminal, or a red terminal, and that was it. Those were your choices, and you were happy for them. Okay, so drop target. We have this border top, 2 pixel solid, light blue. What if I do something like we have margin top, like, I don't know, 2 more pixels. What else can we do to this? Like I can also set like a background color to be like light green. Just because. So I see the blue at the very top of that one. I see the color, but it's not really happening to the other things. That's not great. So it does show. So the HTML does show that I alter the class. What I'm trying to do is get it to actually show the margin on top. So there's some CSS that's like blocking mine, or I'm not exactly sure what the thing is that's causing it. So like, also I don't have this ever making it go away. That's fun. But okay, so we have here this, let's say created in Hasura. So I have this button. So if we look at it, draggable is true. And if I take this one here and I drag over it, we see draggable, we see drop target get added to it. So that's perfect. So drop target means that it gets this, this green on there, which is perfect. What it's also supposed to do is get a border top, but I don't think that that's working correctly. So if I just on this element, if I do border top, like 5 pixels, solid, white, blue, aqua. That works. Is it the size that's a problem? Okay, so that works. Now, what I'm trying to do is when I hover over this, does anybody know if there's a way for me to keep this hover over and then scroll my pseudo elements there? I would love to be able to do that so I can see. Oh, I could filter. I want to filter for border top. Drop target. Border top color. So if I set you, so border top, 2 pixel solid. Let's make that aqua. Margin top 2 pixels. So I don't actually know if I need that. Let's move that. It must be that border top width, possibly. But when I added it manually, it worked. So it's not interacting in that way. So it shows there. Let's make it bigger. So make it 15 pixels. That should be fairly obvious. Look at that. So when I put it over, when I'm between the two, I see the full one because it's going above the top one. Your drop target only sets the color, but not the width. If the width is always 0, then it won't show, right? The top one works, but then the middle ones maybe. But okay, so if I do something like I go in it and then I don't end, I think that it's still set on it, right? Okay, drop target is still set. Drop target. What? Okay, can you tell me why you're not working? Who's stopping you? Border top color. Button hover is set to nothing, which is an inline. And then you're set, finally. But you might be right. So now if I set the width, because list group item. But I'm not sure that's going to do it either. Oh, wait. Okay, so that one... It's both of them. So... I'm targeting the drop target directly, but it's too low in the cascade. And yeah, it does look like I have two versions of CSS there, doesn't it? Why do I have two versions of CSS there? Did I like accidentally pull in? So I have the JS and I have the CSS. But maybe I don't need that because I have this style. Okay, let's double check. We have I think okay, I was pulling in one directly and the other one was already being pulled in by the CSS compiler, the Sass compiler. There's my drop target. So I want if I set the width, I would need to do something like important to make it work, so I could do that. I could just do important. I could just do border top width thick. Can I make you important? Or is it after this one? Oh, there it goes. Okay. I don't like using important, but it's a temporary thing that just sits in here. That might be okay, which means that I can go back to search for button and we can remove this margin top, I bet. I think this will just work now. Yep, now I can see this is where it's going to come in. Okay. I mean, as it actually is, this makes it really obvious where it's going to drop. I kind of like it. Okay, so that's good. Now, next thing up would be I need to, when I drop it, I need to emit out which one I dropped on. Also, I would prefer to like not reorder these ones. So I don't want, I want to be able to drag, oh, you know what I can do? I can just make this one draggable only. And then we just add it over here and then I drag it up to reorder it. I mean, that's okay for right. That's okay for the next part. When you ship with your prints, is it a reference I'm not getting, or am I too old for it? So let's turn off, we'll turn off drag and drop for this list and we'll keep it only on this list. And I think that'll be fine. So, oh, the CSS styling to debug is kind of like printing to the console. Oh, yeah, absolutely. In this case, the shipping is, it's not really like debug type thing. It's more of, yeah. It's more of, this is for, what am I thinking of? It's for, something. But yeah, it makes, yeah, it turns out that my debug was a good design. It's a good design pattern. The debug is a good design pattern. So we're going to keep it. Okay, so we're happy with that. So let's, it does look nice, doesn't it? I'm actually kind of surprised at that. So, oh, first of all, I want to come over here and I want to turn on, for course articles, we have the to lists. So we have all articles, and I want to, we're going to say that you're not draggable. So you're no longer draggable. So I can't drag these, but that's fine. But I can drag these around. It still shows that I can drag them over here, which I don't like. It doesn't show me trying to drag them anywhere else. Like nothing else works with that. So that's, oh, because I put the event listener for dragging over on top of both of these lists. So, okay, so that's something I want to make sure also I don't do. So let's see. We have, when I do a drop, I also want to remove the class. Now I have the target, right? I do have the target. So the event target here, which then I turn into an element. So I want to essentially remove this too. I don't need any of the X and Y stuff. So now when it'll still happen over here, but now when I drop it, it'll go away instead of stay there. Did it work? That did not work. Okay. Oh, because they were in a YCL. I need to recompile there. That's the reason why it didn't work. Okay, so then boom. Okay, so that's good. Now I want to make it so that that doesn't show up there either, but I've run out of time. So we're going to continue this tomorrow morning. and then figure out all of the. We're getting really close to the drag and drop, so I still want to remove this. So remove the remove it so I can't drag it to something that's not draggable. And then we need to like emit out the ID of the article that I dropped on, and then I put it into the position, into the vector, and then I run the save, and I think everything else will just sort of work as it is that we have it, and then I think we've got it. So I bet we can get this done by the end of tomorrow. We might be able to even get this done before the end of tomorrow morning. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of it depends. There's still some unknowns, but we're a lot more in complicated territory now than we are in complex. So that's good. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me today. As I mentioned, the schedule is tomorrow, 7 a.m. Mountain Time for an hour and a half to continue working with this. Thank you, everybody, and